An idealistic teacher, a group of troubled teens, and the city of Long Beach divided by crime, race, and poverty. What could go wrong? At Woodrow Wilson High School in the city of Long Beach, new teacher, Miss Erin Gruwell, was starting off her teaching career. Her first challenge, getting the respect and attention of her new students, who were all victims of gang violence, poverty, and the failed educational system. Erin Gruwell had her work cut out for her with her new students. Based on the true story, The Freedom Writer's Diary, written by Erin Gruwell and the stories of 150 students, director Law Gravenese adapted the 2007 film The Freedom Writers from the novel to create a timeless inspirational film about how writing and education can carry you from a world where all you knew was pain to a world of endless possibilities. The story starts off with teacher Erin Gruwell patiently waiting for her new students to come into class, all of which arrive late on the first day of school, a common convention for the genre education of the poor. Some other common conventions include the casual student chewing gum, the troubled student slouching in their chair, gum under the desk, or even chaos in the classroom. You'll find these common conventions in several other films for this genre. Although educational films are one of the oldest genres since the dawn of the first recording camera, it wasn't until the early 1950s where we start to see the subgenre of education of the poor. Unique in its own right because it ties in specifically to education of people who are in lower class or poverty brackets. One of the first real examples of this genre was the 1955 film Blackboard Jungle by director Richard Brooks, starring Glenn Ford and a young Sidney Poitier, who go on to star in another education of the poor type of film, To Sir with Love by director James Clavell, released in 1967. When the genre was new, a common trait of these types of films was a heavy focus on morality and obedience. At the time of Blackboard Jungle and To Sir with Love, both movies were released when the United States was at war, with Blackboard Jungle being post-World War II and To Sir with Love being pre-Vietnam War. It makes sense that there is a higher sense of justice and Western Christian values in these films, as the U.S. at the time was very nationalistic, and a lot of the students in the U.S. at the time had a lack of fathers and mothers due to them serving at war. Fast forwarding 20 years to the 1988 true story film Stand and Deliver by director Ramon Menendez, which focuses on the importance of culture, education, and to embrace one's own heritage. The genre definitely began to mature, and without a doubt focused on some big key societal issues like race, economics, and world problems. The story Stand and Deliver is about a famous teacher named Jaime Escalante, known for getting all of his students to pass their calculus exams in a short period of time despite many obstacles in the students' way outside of the classroom. What's interesting about this film is that it's the beginning of a shift for the genre because we see a heavier impact the community has on the plot due to the movie being a true story. The movie was filmed in its original neighborhood, which took place in East LA. Another new trend of the genre was that gang violence played a heavy role in the film, followed by drugs and poverty. At the time, cocaine was a new and large problem in the U.S., which struck every community and affected the lives of thousands across the U.S., and even to this very day. The film The Freedom Writers has come a long way since the beginning of the genre. Being a true story, the film, much like Stand and Deliver, was shot on location, and the accounts of the characters were taken from the actual students in real life. The Freedom Writers is held as a testament because it shows what could be accomplished with hard work, persistence, and faith. The Freedom Writers had a heavier impact than just becoming a film, as the students and Miss Erin Gruwell started the Freedom Writers Foundation to help reach out to students struggling to escape poverty. Films belonging to this genre are very relevant and important to our society as they help teach, guide, and inspire the new and old minds in our world. Education of the poor was not taken as a serious genre in its humble beginnings, but now stands as a major genre for all past and future films.